What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be talking about the iPower watch. This is a power supply that's completely wearable. I'm going to give you the technical specs of this thing. We'll go through some of the pros and cons and whether or not I think it's worth checking out. And as always, this is just my humble opinion. You can take it or leave it. Okay, so let's start out with the packaging. This is the iPower watch package. It's actually pretty nice. You open it up and there you go. That's your iPower watch. So inside there's all kinds of cords and adapters, everything from your kind of mono plug that you need for your Cheyenne products to RCA for everything else. Basically everything but a traditional clip cord, a banana clip type setup. So the iPower watch comes out just like that. So the technical specs on this thing, it runs on lithium batteries. It puts out 5 watts of power, and it puts it out at 5 different presets, okay? So 5 volts, 6.5 volts, 8 volts, 9.5 volts, and 11 volts. That'll pretty much run anything that you want. It just doesn't give you a whole lot of adjustability within that, okay? And also, you're not gonna be running a foot switch off of this. It's gonna be sustained power, which some of you will have a problem with, some of you will not. So the way this thing works is actually really simple. So it goes onto your wrist. It's also fully adjustable once it's on your wrist. And you're gonna hold down the button. There's only one button on it. That kicks it on. Okay, so I'm gonna plug in a Cheyenne for you. We take our mono plug, and it's just on my side here. There we go. So right now it's running at 5 volts. So if I click it, we're gonna go up to 6.5, up to 8, up to 9.5, and then finally up to 11. So believe it or not, this thing runs really smooth, really consistent power all the time. Now it's off. So it actually runs really smooth, really consistent power, better than I thought. The other really nice thing about it is if we take a regular glove, and this is on your wrist, you can actually just pop your glove right over top of it, and it's completely covered. And it actually stays that way. The material that the watch is made of is a little bit grippy for any kind of plastic product or a nitrile glove. So it actually holds up really good, and you can also see the lights through the glove there. Yeah, so it works quite well in terms of like how easy it is to cover and how kind of easy it is to get going with, okay? The only thing that you may have to get used to is, again, the no foot switch. Okay, so let's talk about some of the minor issues that I have with this. The most minor issue is if you're like me, you work on a stainless steel topper for your toolbox, and these are really powerful magnets. So the magnets stick to the topper. You have to be cognizant of that. Your machine is always running, and it's really easy for your hand to get kind of pulled in if you get lazy and not thinking about what you're doing. So that's kind of drawback number 1. Drawback number 2 for me was the shipping process. This company is shipping out of Singapore, I believe. I would recommend that you find one of their local dealers, local distributors, because the company itself is not ideal to work with in my personal experience. And other than that, I think that the only really big issue that I have with the iPower watch is the time. So this thing, I have put it through its paces, trust me. Everything from a 25 meg down to a single, it will only run for 4 hours at 9.5 volts, which is what I need to run a Cheyenne at. So I had all these kind of, when I bought this thing and I wanted to try it out, I thought, man, this thing is so gimmicky. It's going to be crap. And when I tried it out, I actually loved it. It's like, it's very intuitive. You don't feel attached to your workstation as much and kind of move around. It's really, really, it's really close to actually drawing. It's not very heavy. It's not cumbersome. You forget it's there. And it just feels really good. But it only lasts for 4 hours. And for somebody like me who tattoos 6 to 8 hours every day, That just doesn't work for me. I can't use it essentially without having to stop and switch over to a regular power supply. Um, Now, all that said, if you don't tattoo for 5 hours a day, or 6 hours a day, or more, then this thing's awesome. Try it out. It's ridiculous and it's silly, and your coworkers are going to make fun of you for using it and trying it, but it works really well. And it's like, I kind of think anything that makes you feel more comfortable while you're tattooing, anything that is going to make you a better tattoo artist, it is worth at least checking out. And this thing, I can't remember if I gave you the price, but $149 Canadian. So probably, $110 American, something like that, with a 6-month warranty, and then $249 with a lifetime warranty. So it's like, it's pretty cheap in comparison to like some of the better ones from Icon or Workhorse Irons, which is what I run for the most part. It's another amazing power supply with no gimmicks, just good. So this thing, yeah, it's gimmicky and it's got a couple drawbacks, but for me overall, like this is for sure a buy. Like it's yeah, if you're on the fence about whether or not to grab this thing and try it out, I would. It's really fun to use, and it'll kind of make life easier for you, I think. So and if you're not doing that, then what's the point in buying anything new? So yeah, that's my opinion. If you're interested in seeing any of my work, you can check it out on Instagram, Requiem Tattoo _Anthony. And anybody that has any questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and I try to get to them as much as I can. I hope I covered everything about this. If I missed anything, yeah, please let me know. Other than that, thank you for watching, and have a great day. Thank you.